Are we about to see it?
Yes, sir.
The car we've been waiting for, Senna's car. How long did it take to find it?
We've been looking for a couple of years.
1988, when he won his first championship. Damn! Oh my God, even with it the way it is. This is sick, huh?
Wow. Ready?
Oh my God. Wow.
So we are about to show this incredible delivery to Patrick Pat David, who's a huge Senna fan, just like most of us, as this car became a symbol of commitment, relentless mindset, and the drive to win. They feel like fast cars, and the inspired journey of those who created their dream life. Make sure to stay tuned to the interview in the end and for our next speech.
Are we about to see it?
Yes, sir.
The car we've been waiting for, Senna's car, is being shipped here. Damn! This is sick, huh? How you doing? What's your name?
Fabio.
Fabio? Great name. Good to meet you. How are you? Good seeing you. We're finally doing it. Huh?
Yes.
It looks like it, which is exciting.
Well, there's a few things we got to do. This is a magic truck. And the magic truck's got to drop it off here, and then we got some unpacking.
How are we going to put it up is going to be the question on the wall.
Well, that's going to be the fun part, you mean, right?
Oh my God, even with it the way it is. So, what do you think? I'm going to come to work in this every day. Imagine it. Okay. The car is here. It's about to be revealed. Tom, where did it come in from?
Came in from Italy, from the museum in Italy.
So it's going to be a few maneuvers because there's no wheels in the crate. So we put it on the ground and then we put the ramps to roll the car.
Wow. Wow.
Ready?
Okay.
See?
So I'd like to go. Go. Holy moly. So this is the 88? 1988, when he won his first championship. Wow. Can we remove this?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
I think it's just going to turn right up.
Wow, look at this. Oh my God, look at this. This is going on the wall in the front lobby. How? I have no clue, but we're gonna figure it out. Dude, legit. This is sick. Is that it?
That is history.
Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, the 1988 race used.
Race used tires. That's crazy.
Wow.
Okay, Vinny, get him, Vinny. Yeah. That is insane when you think about this. This is sick. How sick is this?
Senna, boss. That is so bad.
This is sick.
The tires are legit.
Cigarettes were allowed to advertise.
When cigarettes were allowed to advertise. Well, this is Europe, right? So they could do it Marlboro. Wow. Well, there you go. How long did it take to find this time?
We've been looking for a couple of years for not only something for the lobby, but an iconic piece of Senna history.
Man, you're amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
We've been looking forward to this for a very long time. This is sick.
Yeah. First of all, I really want to say I'm thankful first to God that make things happen in my life, and thankful to you guys that trust me and the process to make things happen. And I remember first time we met, you remember what you told me? That you wanted to buy one of the cars, the Senna, race in Formula One. I said that would be hard, try to make it. I got to first two collectors that had the MP4 and the M44 and 48. Of course, they did not want to sell. One say maybe for 100 million, they will consider, but we didn't really want it to.
Yeah. How long did it take us? How long did it take until we did it?
Probably met two
Two
years ago,
right?
Yeah, 2 years ago. And then, of course, I already knew of this car. We're preparing for the Senna Forever exhibition in the Museo dell'Automobile in Turin, Italy. So they have like the first career win, Lotus 97T from 1985 was there. They had the yellow, the 1990 from 87, and then this 88. Then 46 was there too. So many of the helmets, memorabilia. So this stayed for almost 1 year at the museum. And
I saw the picture.
Yeah, you and
Tom
Tom
sent
was-
it to me.
Well, you
I
guys-
said, this looks better in our building than that museum. So I'm glad it's finally here.
It was in the archway and like a big hallway, a museo.
Fine. Sick.
Del Automobile.
Automobile.
First, it was in the embassy in Italy.
It was in the embassy in Italy.
Yeah. Because the Senna Forever show started before the museum with an activation.
Brazilian embassy.
And then.
So guys, we're going into the museum business, just so you know that. This place is going to be, you're inviting guests, you say you're going to see a Senna car in the front lobby. This is insane. By the way, this was a dream. Like literally, this was a dream. Thanks guys, thank you. Great.
So, Pat, once again, thank you for your interest. So happy to get to this moment. Senna for me, he was my hero growing up. The fondest memory I had, sharing the couch with my dad, watching him every other Sunday. Growing up, watching all his interviews, he became more than a hero, but a role model, someone to strive to become like. And I want to ask you, like I didn't know that Tom introduced you to Senna, but I want you to know what is the impact, the influence, that you hold him such a high standard, naming your daughter Senna. I would like to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, it was emotional when you're watching the documentary and you see, his mother saying, I am so proud of you. The other day, I'm flying back from Brazil and I was with the president, Jair Bolsonaro, and I'm on my way back and I'm watching two movies. I watched Ford versus Ferrari, but I watched Senna's documentary again. I've watched it 100 plus times. And you hear when the mom is saying, we're so proud of him, we're so proud of him, we're so proud of him for doing this. And then later on, you're seeing how perfectionist he is. He says, no, you guys moved it 2 or 3 inches. We didn't move it. You moved it. And then going back and forth, he says, of all the champions that I know, when he's doing the interview and he's being called out by Tom, who's the race car driver that calls him out for getting into too many crashes, who's also a 3-time champion? Jackie Stewart. Yeah, he says, hey, you get into so many crashes. He says, Jackie, I'm surprised you're saying this from somebody that's a 3-time champion and very experienced, because the day you're no longer taking those corners, that's the day you're no longer a race car driver. That applies a lot to business and life if you're no longer willing to take those risks. But yeah, once I figured this out, we're in the hospital, our daughter's born, and I'm trying to convince my wife to name her Senna, because we have Madison, we have Danica, and we have one other name. Finally, the nurse comes in and I'm like, listen, what's your daughter's name? We got to get the social security. I said, we don't have a name yet, but we need your help. What's that? We're going to give you a few names. You tell us which one you like the most. We said Madison. Says, don't do it. Everybody's naming their daughter's Madison. I said, Danica. She said, don't do Danica. 30 years ago, I read a book and it was an evil character. I said, so Danica's out. I said, Senna. She says, I love the name Senna. I said, then her name is Senna Rose de David, named after Sarah.
That's amazing. By your own merit now, you yourself became a role model for so many people. From grown-ups, you inspire us to hold ourselves to higher standards. But many people may look at you and see all the success, the private jet, the cars, may think that's just unattainable for them and it's a different reality. But I think that would fail to realize that you came for nothing. You didn't have the connections, red carpet. You had to make it happen. So I would like to hear a bit more about this.
Yeah, the standard isn't for me. The standard to me is being a leader amongst leaders. If indirectly that leads to then it is what it is. But the standard is always being a leader amongst leaders. When I was 28 years old and I wanted to find out what title is worth me working 80 to 100 hours a week for. Was it being a billionaire? Was it being rich? Was it being a politician? Was it being famous? Nope. It was leader amongst leaders. If you're a leader amongst leaders, then that means you have to strive to be a good husband, good father, good son, good brother, good citizen, and that's a very difficult thing to do. So if somebody watches this, everybody thinks it's just the wealth part. You can go to a company, work hard, get equity, later on have a nice exit, and you make your money. You can go start a company and sell the business and make money. You can go be a salesperson, make money. There's many, you can be an influencer, make money. But no matter what you do, you can make a lot of money and still not be an example to others. The key to life to me, once I figured out it was leader amongst leaders, the rest to me is history.
And that's amazing. God bless you for this role. You're really taking some things you're doing, like you went out of the way, put yourself at risk to interview Jair Bolsonaro. So important, not just for Brazilians, but the world scenario. So thank you so much for what you're doing. Since we're delivering you a Formula 1 car today, I got a question for you. What was your first car, your very first car?
My first car was a 1979 Honda Accord hatch hatchback that would only go forward. It would only go drive. It would not go reverse. Let me tell you why. Because a time, if he sees this video, we're driving to a baseball game at Shoal Canyon in LA. And this guy thought it was a good idea while I'm going 35 miles an hour. He says, I want to know what happens if I put it in reverse while you're going 35. I'm going, his name is Emil. Emil, that was you, by the way. We're going 35. Boom! Puts it in reverse. You hear all these weird noises. From that day on, the car would never go past 30 miles an hour, and we can only go forward. We can go reverse. That was my first car.
And how long you still kept the car?
And I ended up selling it because I had no choice. I had to drive from LA to Upland, going 30 miles an hour on the freeway on the far right lane to get to a place I can give it to the guy for $400 or $500 and go buy my second car was a Chevy S10 long bed, low profile that I bought from an MS-13 leader in San Bernardino back in 1994, 95. The day I bought it in downtown LA, I got arrested because they thought I was an MS-13 leader. I'm like, where are your tattoos? I got no tattoos because the registration hadn't switched yet. That was my second car in LA.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember I saw many of your interviews and you said that being in the military was one of the biggest decisions that you had in your life. So I would like to ask what the major transformative events, either in the military or outside of it.
Military was camaraderie, work ethic, and not feeling sorry for yourself. It toughened you up. The camaraderie, the bond. There's nothing like it. There's something about us wanting to be part of a gang, a crew, a team, an army. We need that. We need to be part of something. So that was a beautiful thing. Work ethic. I mean, we worked from 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, 6 days a week. And Sundays we'd get up. Every once in a while we'd have a danza. Danza was a 4-day weekend, which we would go to Panama City and we'd go visit the local libraries, which none of us went to a library. We called nightclubs libraries back in the days. Yeah, we'd go have a good time, but it was camaraderie, work ethic, and not feeling sorry for yourself. A lot of pride in your country came with it as well. It's one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, for sure.
And a lot of people, they set goals. They had the expectations, but they get lost along the way. And all the very successful people like you I met, they had something in common. They paid the price to create their reality. And it's not a one paid and done, it's a price you pay every day. So about your habits and what allow you to create your own reality, how was the process for you?
Yeah, to me, the principles are very easy. The other night, when I'm driving back with my son from a practice that he had, and they're kicking penalty kicks. So he's trying to get better at penalty kicks right now. So I got 3 guys working with him on getting better at penalty kicks. And he's trying to find out there's a big tournament this Saturday. Will the coach pick him out of the 15 kids to be one of the 5 to shoot the penalties? It's a big thing. They're in the championship. And I don't know, is he going to pick me? Is he not going to pick me? What am I going to do? I said, the most basic principle in my life that's helped me live a peaceful life is beating my prior best. That's it. That's all I try to do. If I wake up in the morning, if I try to beat my prior best, and if you do that for 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, one day you look up, you're like, wow, you're almost beating everybody. What's going on with this? There's only 90 people left. There used to be 10,000. Now there's not. What happened? Basic principle. Every day wake up, find a way to beat your prior, whatever your time is, whatever you've done, beat your prior best. If you can do that, the future looks bright. It's inevitable. It's a proven philosophy that's very basic. If you made 50 calls in a day, try to see if you can make 51 calls. If you made 10 sales in a month, see if you can make 11 sales. If you've done 25 push-ups, see if you can do 26 push-ups. If you bench press 225, see if you can bench press 230. If you bench press 3 plates 10 times, see if you can do it 12 times. Basic principle. Beat your prior best.
You're a man of God. So I just want to ask, how important was your faith, your relationship with God into your life?
First 25 years, I tried to do it on my own, being an atheist. And then I realized the bigger the vision you have, you desperately need God on your side. Especially if you want to have a family. The bigger the thing you build that you have less control of, the more you need God's help. The smaller things you build that you have less control of, you can think you're your own God. That job's not for me. I want somebody else to do the job. And everything that's happened in the last 21 years since January 21st of 04 when I gave my life to Christ, it's been miracle after miracle. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like for 3.5 years, I drove past this place. Our church was over there that we would go to. 3.5 years. Every Sunday, I would park the car in front of that gate. And I would tell my wife and kids, we're going to own this property one day. For 3.5 years. I said, we're going to own this property one day. We're going to own this property one day. But I would say, if we don't, it's because God doesn't want us here because he knows something we don't know. But I'm putting it out there. God's going to give us his property one day. If you do give it to us, well, one day it happens. How? I don't know, right? So I trust. Sometimes you have arguments with God, but then you're like, listen, I don't know why you're doing this. I'll trust you, but it doesn't make any sense right now. And you kind of see what happens 6 months later. Life changer. Well, my life wouldn't be the same without at all. Appreciate you for this.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're amazing for following up and making this dream a reality. Truly. Thank you for doing that. It's a pleasure. It's an amazing pleasure. Thank you.
It's just a privilege to have one here and to have it. It's going to be in our lobby and just a testament to performance, which is what Valuetainment's all about. Everybody that walks in and walks past it, they're going to think about performance, they're going to think about championships, and that's how we think. Second place is the first loser.
If you like this video and want to see more cool stuff about Formula 1, unique car collections, and the success stories of millionaires and billionaires, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and comment who you'd like to see in the next video. Thanks for watching.